This is Emma. Every afternoon, she hits a wall of deep fatigue. Her focus blurs into a persistent brain fog, and she deals with the physical discomfort of chronic bloating. She assumes these are separate issues, that her stress is causing the fatigue and her diet is causing the bloating. But treating her brain won't clear the fog. The root cause of her cognitive decline isn't occurring in her head. To find the source, we have to trace a biological supply chain known as the gut-liver axis. Nutrient absorption happens in the intestines, but that material doesn't go directly to the heart. It is routed through the hepatic portal vein system, a direct highway that sends every absorbed molecule straight into the liver for processing. The liver serves as the body's primary checkpoint. It is designed to filter out toxins and metabolic waste before they can reach the rest of the body. Because of this direct connection, any structural failure in the gut becomes an immediate, unavoidable crisis for the liver. The modern diet introduces specific proteins, like gluten and gliadin, which trigger a chemical breakdown in the intestinal lining. These proteins degrade tight junctions, the structural seals keeping bacteria and undigested food out of the blood. When they fail, the barrier is broken. As detailed here, this breach, leaky gut syndrome, allows incompletely digested particles and harmful bacteria to enter the bloodstream. These microorganisms are carried by the portal blood vessels directly into the liver. Once there, they react with the liver's innate immune system, triggering chronic, localized inflammation. The body's primary defense wall has fallen, and the liver is now forced to handle a constant bacterial invasion it was never meant to face alone. While the liver is occupied with this breach, the modern diet introduces a secondary metabolic threat. This includes high-fructose corn syrup, industrial trans fats, and excitotoxins like MSG. Research shows the combination of high-fructose corn syrup and glutamate creates a destructive chemical environment, generating intense free radical storms within liver cells. This causes rapid fat accumulation, which progresses to fibrosis, permanent scar tissue. As thick scar tissue replaces the healthy, functional cells, the liver completely loses its physical capacity to effectively filter the incoming blood. The organ is now suffocating under the weight of its own inflammation, effectively shutting down the body's main waste treatment plant. When the liver filter fails, toxins from the gut bypass it entirely and travel through the circulatory system to the brain. These unfiltered substances activate the brain's resident immune cells, known as microglia. This triggers immunoexcitotoxicity, a state of chronic neurological inflammation caused by the systemic toxic overload. Emma's brain fog and fatigue are the direct neurological consequences of this broken biological supply chain. The liver has a high capacity for repair, but only if the toxic supply line is consistently interrupted. The first step is to repair the gut barrier. This requires specific prebiotics and a probiotic mixture containing multiple strains of bifidobacteria and lactobacillus to restore the tight junctions. Next, the liver must be cleared. Targeted compounds like L-carnitine, Nano-Silymarin, and Nano-Curcumin support the metabolic pathways needed to reverse fat accumulation and arrest the growth of scar tissue. Finally, the systemic inflammation must be cooled. As shown here, the compound Baicalin suppresses pro-inflammatory cytokines, acting as a brake on the immune system's overreactivity. For Emma, recovery required months of consistent dietary intervention and clinical oversight. By removing inflammatory triggers and adhering to a targeted nutritional protocol, her systemic inflammation finally subsided. By understanding the gut-liver axis, you can address the start of the supply chain, giving your body the time and the tools it needs to repair itself.